turned 19, I was like heavy into drinking, and I was starting to lose people around me, and I ended up getting jaundice. I went to a paramedic and asked them if I was like okay and stuff. They were basically like, yes, just stop drinking, you know? I was like 250 pounds at the time. I started to lose the weight.
Yeah.
And then I seen the frame that I had,
Yeah.
and I didn't really see that before
Yeah.
because I was just like, I was overweight, right?
Yeah.
And I kept seeing the advertisement for summer shredding from Christian Guzman on my phone for bodybuilding, and I was like, you know what? Like, let me try this, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I seen him at the gym. I didn't even know who he was really. I was like, yo, this is big guy right beside me. You know, I'm gonna say what's up and be like, yo, your legs are massive.
Every day you wake up thinking about this.
Money doesn't grow on trees.
Like, flushing, I'm flushing. They can't change what they thought, and they can't change what we really are. What they thought. We've been getting busy from the very start. Taking no days off, always straight out the mud. And I won't change for nothing. Big dog when I came up from the trenches, now I'm buzzing.
All right, welcome to another episode of Say Less, Do More. We got Brendan Harrison on the podcast. How you doing, brother?
Doing good, man.
How's everything? You just had a birthday. Well, by the time this comes out, your birthday will probably be like a month.
Yeah, it'll be a little while back, but we just finished up a full weekend in New York City, man.
Yeah.
It was first time there.
Yeah.
Crazy people, man. You got people on the street fighting nobody, and like other people fighting big groups and stuff.
Yeah.
Motorcycles flying through the city and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah. So what made you pick New York out of all the places you could have went?
I don't know. When I was younger, I grew up in a country area.
Yeah.
Then I moved closer to Toronto, and now I'm just like more of like a city kid.
Yeah.
Than anything. And like I wanted to see the biggest city I could possibly go to by turning 21 and being legal everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So that was why I choose there. And you know, you see it in the movies everywhere. It's like the main spot, the main hub of like also modeling and acting and everything. Modeling is a big one. I want to do modeling, so I want to see what that would look like.
Did you go in any gyms out there?
Yeah, I went to Bev Francis, man. That was a gym and a half. That's like one of the biggest and best gyms to go to in New York City. It's like halfway through Long Island. And it's one of the main judges for the Olympia.
Oh, so
it's his gym, but it's through Powerhouse, so it's Bev Francis Powerhouse.
Okay.
Yeah.
They have one out here not too far from. Right?
Yeah, they have a Powerhouse out here too, but Powerhouse is like I wouldn't say a crunch version of in the US, but like I'd say Good Life. You know, it's like a franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Where in Ontario did you grow up?
I grew up in the Kawartha Lakes, and then I was just with my mom.
Where is that, bro?
Kawartha Lakes?
Yeah.
That's like Fenland Falls, Peterborough area. You know where that is? Like
I know where Peterborough area is. Yeah. So okay. So what's the experience like out there?
It's kind of just I was young, right? So I moved here when I was like 9 years old. So I wouldn't even say I grew up there. It was just more like a childhood thing.
Mm-hmm,
you know?
mm-hmm.
My grow up area was more Burlington, Hamilton, Mississauga area.
Mm-hmm. Siblings?
I'm actually an only child.
Okay.
I grew into a family with like 6 stepbrothers and sisters.
Okay.
But they're all way older than me, so I still got like
more
of an experience as an only child than anything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I scrolled through your Instagram, and I seen a post with Regan.
Yeah, man.
So like, how did that workout happen? How did that?
Honestly, like I seen him. I was competing about a year ago, and I seen him at the gym. I didn't even know who he was really. I was like, yo, this is big guy right beside me. You know, I'm gonna say what's up and be like, yo, your legs are massive. You know. And anyways, it was like a flashback a year later. I ended up joining Pure Muscle, and I seen him there. Sort of said, hey, what's up? And he actually remembered me. I was like, cool. you know?
Yeah, he's a pretty laid back guy. I met him on 1, 2 times.
Super chill.
Yeah, I'm like, oh shit, you remember me, bro? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And he's like honestly one of the nicest like big bodybuilders I've ever met. You know, him and Quentin, they're both like hand in hand the nicest people. Most people are scared to go up to them because they're like huge mass monsters, you know. But it's like they're just normal humans too, you know.
Yeah, he came up to me one time when I was working out, and he's just like, "Can I work in?" You know.
Yeah.
And it's not till after he popped up on my Instagram, and I didn't realize. I'm like, holy shit, you know?
Yeah.
This guy's a big time bodybuilder.
Oh yeah, big time. He's competing like in the Olympia this year again, and he's like heavy into it. He's staying in Vegas now until the Olympia because that's where the Olympia's held. How that came about, I was literally just working out. I was doing chest beside him, and I was like, "Yo, what are you working out today?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm doing chest." And I was like, "All right, bet. You want to like work in a set or something? Go to the next machine?" And he was like, "All right, come on." I was like, "Bet." Okay, and then all of a sudden we hit like a full workout. And then I seen him the next day, and he asked me if I wanted to work out again. And I was like, "All right, this is sick."
So let me ask you this now: is there anything that you picked up or grasped while working out with him?
What, like learned wise?
Yeah, because fuck, man, you must have learned something, or
honestly,
picked up something, or he give you any tips?
Yeah, it was more like range of motion is very important. Noticing, extremely important. Like there was some machines we would like stick the pad in behind like our back and shit, just so that like you get that full stretch for chest and stuff. Definitely range of motion was, and your rest time between your sets and reps and stuff is just very, very important as well. So you don't like overexert yourself or overexert the muscles and stuff. Yeah, man.
I also was scrolling. I kept scrolling, and
I got a decent amount on there now.
Yeah, but there's certain ones that stuck out. Like, bro, what happened to your car? It looked like a fucking paper.
Yeah, that was next level, man. I already had a shoulder injury.
Yeah, and
I was actually leaving the MRI place, like for like an MRI on my shoulder, and then my shoulder got even more mosh up after the accident. It was bad. I was driving to the gym, and I went to switch lanes, and then as I switched lanes, I was in the lane. This transport truck decided to kind of just like run over the back end of me, and then it threw me into a concrete truck, and the guy that hit me ran away.
Yes. What ended up happening with that? Because fuck, you're on the highway.
So because he ran away, but the good thing that happened is that when I hit the guy in front of me, the way that an insurance works is it goes in like a revolving circle, right? So because I hit the one guy, it's technically the guy behind me's fault because he hit me. So the guy that I hit, his insurance company has to go after the guy that hit me. So basically the guy that I hit, his insurance company covered me. Because their insurance company is going to go after the other guy. Makes sense? It's kind of confusing.
I get what you got.
It was confusing for me when I was talking to insurance, but that's what it is.
I seen on so I sent a questionnaire though, and you have a love for football, right?
A decent one. It was more when I was in high school, to be honest.
So what is it with football players turning into bodybuilders?
I noticed that too.
You noticed that?
I've been talking to a few coaches, and like I was always told that like it's football players that switch over to bodybuilding whenever they don't like make it as a football player, because like you have the strength, and most people are bigger when they're doing football, right? I went from like really heavy as a lineman to like not being able to fully make it into football. So I just was like, all right, bodybuilding it is, you know? It's a different sport, but kind of aligns the same way because you got to be a bigger guy and stuff.
So you got into bodybuilding. How did you get into that? What was the turning point?
That's a long story.
Yeah, well, we have time. We have time.
How did this start, man? When I first turned 19, actually before I was 19, I was dabbling in it a little bit. But when I turned 19, I was like heavy into drinking, really, really heavy. And I was starting to lose people around me, like friends and stuff.
How old you say?
19.
Okay.
19, yeah. And I was starting to lose like friends and family and stuff. And I ended up getting jaundice. Do you know what jaundice is?
Yeah.
It's like a liver failing problem, right? Like where my eyes were going yellow and shit, and it was really bad. And I went to a paramedic and asked them if I was like okay and stuff. They were basically like, yes, just stop drinking, you know? And
what
then,
do you mean you went to a pair? Like what? Like randomly? Went
yeah. I was driving to work, and I was like sort of like not really feeling good at all and shit. And they were like, yeah, stop drinking and stuff. So I had to stop. Got my ass into the gym, and then I was like 250 pounds at that time.
So so what I want to ask you is like, what made you be like, yo, fuck? Because, bro, 19, you say a lot of 19-year-olds drink, bro.
Yo, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a lot, but what made you be like, okay, fuck this, man? Like, well, a lot of people.
I started to lose the weight.
Yeah.
And then I seen the frame that I had, and I didn't really see that before because I was just like always overweight, right? Yeah. And I kept seeing the advertisement for summer shredding from Christian Guzman on my phone for bodybuilding, and I was like, you know what? Like, let me try this. You know, it might be a good way to sort of keep active and staying healthy rather than going back to drinking and stuff. Yeah. And that was basically the whole reason why. And then when I hopped on stage, it was like unforgettable. You know, I just wanted to keep doing it. It's gonna be like a life passion of mine. You know.
Give me a second.
You're good.
How did it feel when the first time you saw your transformation poster?
My transformation poster. I was working at a gym at that time, and they put it up all over the walls in that gym. That was crazy. That was like not just seeing the poster from the stage, but like when my home gym was putting it up on their walls. That was something intense, man. I was like, man, like I actually did that, you know? It was almost unbelievable, you know? And I felt like my whole life kind of just flipped from like something I really didn't want to be going, like a path I didn't want to be going down. And even on stage, like it was just like overly exhilarating. It was like, I don't know. It was weird. It's kind of saturated to say this, but it was kind of like something out of a movie, like where you kind of like, you're running off of dopamine and like, I don't know, adrenaline. Just crazy.
What's your current go-to training split? And what muscle groups do you love to train the most?
Honestly, I love training legs. Yeah. Legs is awesome. My training split for legs, just so that I can like maximize my growth in my legs. Yeah. I do 3 days on and 1 day off. Oh. So that gives me an extra day of rest and recovery. Because when you're recovering, that's when you grow the most. You know? So like if I was trying to focus on growing rather than cutting down, I was doing 3 days on, 1 day off, and my legs just exploded this year. And the way that I do it is like I'll split my hamstrings and glutes to 1 day and then my quads and calves to another day. And basically, because it's 3 days on, 1 day off, you're breaking for 4 days rather than 3, and you're still getting 6 days a week. It's just you have alternate rest days. That's what like some people can't like accustom to because they have like work schedules. They can't have a off rest day or on rest day. You know, mine alternates every single week.
Yeah, because I was thinking that more times it's very hard to stay 4 days on, 3, like your body's gonna eventually be tired. Yeah, it catches up to you. So I always say you can't really follow the 7 days. No, you got to really listen to your body. You get the best work. Are you supersetting? Are you waiting 3 minutes between each set? Well, what are you doing?
As of now, I'm starting to cut down on my weight, so I'm starting to have less rest time. I would typically do like 45 seconds between sets, and then also between machines because you don't want to like wait too long and then your heart rate starts going down. When your heart rate's up, that's when you start losing the most fat, and you're in a state of like fat burning. If you're doing longer rests, your heart rate stays sort of lower. And that was what I was doing for the past like little while, just to like kind of grow and like grow the areas that I was more inclined to need the growth with. So I'm just sticking to 45 seconds to a minute in between each set and machine that I'm doing for the day.
What mental strategies help you push through difficult moments in training?
Moments in training?
Yeah, like I'll give you an example. There are probably days that you just don't feel like being there.
the days I don't feel like being there. Lately, I don't really get those, but like I have had those moments.
Or like the end of your workout.
At the end of my workout.
Yeah, when you know you're supposed to do this and you're just like dying down.
I look back at how big I was before. Always. Yeah. I'm like, I'll never let myself get like that again. It was definitely not a good look, you know, not even just looks wise. When people see you in that sort of state, they don't see potential either. Because most people, if you're not like in shape, you don't have to be in tip top shape, but if you're like actively in shape, most people will think that you're not like on a lazier side. So if I'm thinking about that in my past, I don't want to skip out on my cardio at the end of the workout or something, you know? And even for example, like from when I had my car accident, I really didn't want to go to the gym. Like at all. I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna take some time off stuff. I had to take like a week off because of my shoulder, but then it was hard to get back into that rhythm of working out after that like week or so of just like having to take that break. And I had to look back at the way that I was before. I was like, you know what, if I don't go back now, I'll never go back. And
do you have a training partner that you work out with sometimes, or you're?
I mean, I have multiple. I kind of just like whoever's free, you know, or sometimes I'll just go by myself. If I feel like I really need to just like hammer out a good workout, I'll do it myself. Or I'll go with the training partner, but they'll train me and then I'll train them type of thing, you know, so we can crunch the time. I was training with my one training partner when I first started coming to Pure, and that was Carlos. I met him at my old job placement that I was working at. He was actually a client of mine. And when I left there, I'm not allowed to like take clients from my old work and stuff like that. We just started becoming friends and then started to work out there consistently together rather than as like a client-based workout. I also have my other buddy, Ian. He's just getting into it. He is on the really like skinnier side. He's like 115, 120 pounds. I'm trying to get him into the gym to be like more healthy because it's not good to be that thin, you know, and he notices the health like repercussions.
I think I see in the poll. I see it, and he's putting on some weight.
Yeah,
he's very defined. Yeah. See, keep. I'm paying attention to that progress, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to fix his diet a little bit, but it's difficult, you know.
Yeah,
I always found it's like the opposite for people. Whenever someone's trying to lose weight, they need to be in a not fully uncomfortable state, but an uncomfortable state in the sense where they need to eat less than they're used to. And they might feel dizzy sometimes and whatever, you know. That's just what comes with it. But then with people trying to gain weight, they have to like stuff their face till they feel like they're going to throw up.
Yeah.
You know?
A good tip that you should give him, and it worked with me. Well, yeah, it worked with me at that time is, bro, you just gotta bit by bit. It's literally bit by bit. If you're supposed to eat 6 meals for the day and you're only eating 2 for the day, and work on eating 3.
Yep.
And then from 3 to 4.
It's progressive.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't just overnight just stuff your face. Your body's gonna be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Of course. You gotta be more progressive with it, but a lot of people want it like this. And it
that's what people don't understand. That doesn't happen. It doesn't work like that. No. I hear you talking about clients. Right. Yep. So tell the people the service that you provide, and give them a brief rundown about your brand and
I do online training now. I do that full time. I don't like have a 9 to 5 I go to anymore because I have built a program on my app that is fully authentic to me working out or some of my other trainers below me that are working out. Like say if you're not a visual learner, you have kinesthetic and audible as well in there. So it's completely different than like most of these cookie cutter things that people are selling. So if you want me to train you, then it's all videos of me talking, me doing the exercises and me like explaining how to do it over text and stuff like that. Constant 24/7, like able to call me whenever you need type of thing. And then if you don't want me, like let's just say a female comes to me and they're like, I want to be in shape, but I don't want to look like you because you're a male, right? I have female trainers that are underneath me that also have their video, audio, and kinesthetic learning on here.
Step It Up footwear isn't just a brand, it's a movement. Designed for those who don't follow trends, they set them. You don't just walk through life, you step into it with purpose, with confidence, with style that speaks before you say a word. Whatever your grind is, step up, stand out, and never settle. Step It Up footwear. When you move, make it mean something. Street ready, workout tested, made to match your hustle.
You know?
How did this all...
How did it come about?
Yeah.
I wanted to honestly stop being locked into a building. I really didn't like the idea of having to go to a specific building all the time to collect money from someone else. I needed to find it somehow on my own so that I could like go to, for example, like for me to go to New York, if I had to go to a specific building because I was obliged to that, then I might not have been able to go.
Yeah, you're committed to your shift.
You're committed to that,
Yeah.
And like the beauty with the online training is that if someone wants a trainer, they don't have to match schedules with me, you know, or with whoever their trainer is. If you want to go to the gym at 7, you can go at 7. I don't have to be there. It's all, they can see it from their phone. They can do it whenever they want. If they want to go at 4 a.m, they can. I don't got to be there.
Do you do in-person training?
I do some, yeah. I train a couple of people that do social media work. Like, I don't really train her anymore, but it was more of like a boarding type of service. It wasn't like a paying me kind of thing. But like, I was training this girl named Catherine for a little bit. On her Instagram, her name's IFBB, and she's got like 300K or something like that or whatever. And the deal was, if I'm training her, then we do videos together and whatever, and it kind of promotes all together. You know, because she gets in shape, it promotes her stuff. If she's posting me on there, then it promotes my brand as well. That's the only time I'll do like in-person stuff. Really.
Oh, okay.
Because it's more enjoying to me too, because I get to meet more people of the stuff that I'm trying to do, like social media, you know?
So I also seen too, where you went to a competition and you're speaking. So are you doing also like news reporting for bodybuilding?
Competition where I'm speaking?
Yeah, like you went to like a natural...
Oh, yeah. So I'm doing photography.
It looked like you're onto something.
Yeah. I'm doing more photography and film stuff too. So like if someone's doing like their bodybuilding show, I'll follow them with the camera for the day and stuff like that. And I was filming actually for the CPA. So that's the Canadian Physique Alliance. That was for that weekend. I was working with Jason Breeze. He's like one of their main photographers there. And I was actually filming the full show with the owners of the show. Which was like a crazy opportionity. I didn't even see.
How did that come about?
It's kind of crazy. Like it just falls
dropping in your lap. Go play the lottery, bro.
No, it's honestly the best opportunities come when you're not expecting them. Really, I've always found. I knew Jason through my last job as well. He was doing osteo in there as well. It's like sort of like physio or massage therapy, and he works well with the CPA and stuff. So I was starting to do some more filming for a couple buddies that were doing some racing, like car racing, almost like NASCAR type style. And then he's also into the filming, and he just sort of said, hey, I need help at a wedding. I was like, okay, I'll go, no problem. I also owed him because he did the filming for my my competition. Because my first competition, there was like a video I had to go up on stage with, and it was like about me and whatever.
Yeah, I seen briefly, yeah.
So he did that video for me, and then I owed him for that video. So I went and helped him film with the wedding for free so that I could repay him type of deal. And then he liked how we were working together. So then he invited me to the CPA, and then that's when we started filming there.
All right. So this shredded summer shredding competition that you did, right? When did you first hear about it?
I first heard about it.
And what made you decide, like, yeah, I'm gonna do this?
That was the first competition I did.
Yeah.
That was more of like the transformation program. It was the only bodybuilding show that you can showcase your transformation from before and after.
Yeah.
And you're basically competing on who has like a better story and stuff. I kept seeing it pop up on my Instagram. Like, it was like constantly like advertisement. And I was like, you know what? Like, this seems more like influencer induced rather than straight competition induced, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I want to go meet new people. I want to like see what this experience is like, how I'm going to like the experience of bodybuilding. And yeah, it just came about. It was actually a year ago on my birthday. I hopped on stage on my exact birthday, which was kind of crazy for my first competition. But yeah, that's how it came about. I just kept honestly seeing it on Instagram, and I knew it was like a more influencer friendly environment.
Yeah. You ever look back at it and get like chills and be like, holy shit, man, like fuck if I didn't snap out.
Yeah, I honestly, I'm 100% glad I did it. Like, no regrets there at all. That was one of the best memories that I'm gonna have for a birthday ever, or even like a life experience in itself. You know, I'm gonna never forget that. Like, it's something I'm gonna tell my kids when I'm younger, you know, or when I'm older.
What is your long-term vision for your brand, and how do you use social media to inspire or connect with other athletes or bodybuilders or influencers? And what advice do you give to somebody that wants to follow in your footsteps as a coach?
So like your first question was like,
what's your long-term
goal with it?
Yeah.
So my long-term goal with it, I honestly just want to inspire others that think that they can't lose weight at all.
Yeah.
You know, because like, it's not impossible. It's not. It's just, it's also like a mindset and whatever. I also just built an office so that I can start producing more educational content, just so that like people don't feel like, oh, buy my program, buy this. I'm actually providing information to you so you understand that I know what I'm talking about, you know? So like, my goal with it is so that people can realize that like, I'm not just one of these next like cookie cutter trainers that will scam you for your money. You know?
I know I asked you a big question, but before you go on to answer the next question, I'll remind you what the question was.
Yeah.
Are you the type of trainer? Well, obviously, okay. Well, are you the type of trainer? Because for me, I believe a lot of people know that they can lose the weight. I don't feel like people really think they can't lose the weight. It's the motivation behind it. Like, again, we talked about it can't happen overnight, right? Yeah. What started my fitness journey or helped me through my fitness journey was I had somebody I was working out with, and it always happened to work out somebody that knew what they were doing or being in the gym or they were bigger than me, right? So do you realize that as a trainer and try to tap into that? Like, for instance, would you call them and be like, yo, make sure you're on time, or or do you press like
there's so on my thing that I have is specific, it sets off alarms on your phone for you. So, and if it'll actually give me feedback on if someone didn't do something they were supposed to in the times that they were supposed to. And then that's when I'm like, all right, I gotta be on this guy or on this girl about it. Because they're not following to it, and there's gotta be a reason why. You know, maybe they're not liking it, maybe they're honestly just not motivated to do it or something, you know? That's when you'll pick up the phone. And honestly, there's also like times where like I'm always like talking to people about the training that they have my program for, because that's what they're purchasing, right? They need someone, I wouldn't say like a babysitter, but like someone that's just like there keeping you accountable, you know?
Because I guess a lot of people don't understand how, if you want change, consistency is like the number one.
Consistency is the number one, man. And then it's diet, honestly.
Yeah. Consistency with the diet too, right? So my next question was, how do you use social media to inspire, connect with other influencers or...
I don't know how to answer that, really, to be honest. It's I think the consistency part on the social media, aside from the like working out part of it, is what is more inspiring to the people on social media already up there doing that. So I think that's what the main connect would be there, is because like most people want to like achieve a status on social media, but their consistency isn't there. So then they just talk and talk and talk about it. And the way that I can sort of grasp the attention of these people that are on social media, I'm finding, is by being the consistent one that's not just talking about it.
I'm gonna tell you how what you're saying is so true, because I always see you in the gym, social media, you're always posting, but I'll tell you exactly what drew me to you was the fact that, can I tell you what drew me to you? The fact that you had, watching you grow. So I'm watching your Instagram grow. I'm watching you build this room. That was pretty interesting. I like that post. It was pretty interesting. And I like the information that you give out. Like one time you were talking about what's the importance of rolling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's not like I don't know the importance about it, but it's like, yeah, me here with this guy's...
What his thought process is,
so
my own opinion.
Keep doing that, brother. I think that maybe you could put that aside for a day where you just like, you know, in class day, Monday's in class day or some shit like that. But that's good, because like too, there's a lot of people like my homie that you just seen just not too long ago. These are things that oh shit, okay, that is important. You know what I mean? Because I used to go to the gym, not roll and stretch. Maybe.
It's very important, man. Yeah. Honestly, even
if you want to grow,
it's so important, because then it gets the knots out and the blood flowing and circulation. Circulation is so important when you're trying to like honestly get your blood warm and moving in the gym. Because if it's not, you run risk of injury. You run risk of it, like not growing at all, because like not, I wouldn't say at all, but a lot slower than what you would normally. You know?
Yeah. So the flow water, I tell you how the flow water, because you know what I mean? I want to be good. I always try and give the guests flow water, because one day I went to one, you know, that Healthy Planet store?
Healthy Planet?
Yeah. It's like a supplement store.
Yeah.
So we went there and they were doing blood work. So they were kind of giving you the blood work and telling you like, oh, you need more of this, you need more of that, you know. So the lady said to me, she's like, okay, yo, easy off the creatine for a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, she told me.
That's the first. I've never heard that before.
Yeah, because, bro, you're not supposed to just take creatine all year round.
No, you're supposed to cycle on and off of everything.
Yeah.
Anything you take supplement-wise.
I never thought of that still, but she told me that. And she also told me, she's just like, she could see that I had a lot of plastic.
Really?
Yeah. Plastic.
Like microplastics?
Yeah, she's like, the average person has like a credit card worth of plastic inside their body. So she was just like, the water that you drink, you gotta watch. So you don't know how long the water, the plastic bottle of water was sitting on the truck before you drank.
Yeah. I always drink Brita.
Yeah, so
I always just filter my water.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, fuck, let me just drink this shit then, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how the flow water came up. That's when you're like, yo, the room's full of flow.
Yeah, but that's actually a good point too. The water, I started drinking straight filtered water like 3 months ago. And I'm not even gonna lie, I felt my health in like become better. It was like noticeably different because honestly, especially as a natural bodybuilder, you need every aspect of trying to grow, you know? And when you have microplastics in your body, a lot more of it, you actually can have like your testosterone rate be lowered. Not by a lot, but when you're doing natural bodybuilding, anything counts, you know? Yeah. Like let's just say I'm doing everything the guy beside me is doing except for the filtered water. He could possibly win. I don't want to do that. I don't want to run any risks, you know?
She also was like the earbuds. She's like, you probably have an electric device.
AirPods?
Yeah, AirPods. Because I always have my Apple Watch on, and I was always the earbuds. Pods.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, she could tell all of that, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of
they
test,
do is
what kind of
they
test
just prick your finger and they look at it on a microscope. Right there.
Really?
Yeah. Right there. They tell you what you pay like $10 to reserve your spot.
How do you do that? I'm actually curious. I'd like to do that.
Where was it? What was it?
Healthy Planet.
Yeah, but what was the lady called? What's she like or something?
She's a naturopath.
Yeah,
She literally pricks her finger and puts the petri dish under the microscope, and you can see all.
Wow.
You guys do another test at the men's health thing?
Yeah,
That
I did.
Like more in depth.
Yeah, more in depth. But she'll give you she'll tell you, okay, you know what? Her remedy is all natural shit. She was like, okay, take some sea moss type shit, you know what I mean? I want to ask you this though. What made you not cross over?
Cross over to what? The dark side?
The
of
dark
bodybuilding?
side.
I wanna achieve a pro card naturally first.
Yeah.
And then it'll be something that'll be considered in the future, but I'll never ever try and reach Olympia status on steroids.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
I honestly, my preference, I don't like the way that the big guys look in their off season. In their off season, they just look too big and freaky. You know, like it's cool to achieve. I don't want that for myself, and it's not good for your heart to be that big, man.
Yeah.
It's really not. It's hard on your bone structure. It's hard on your heart. Your body only carries so much blood, you know? Yeah. So that's why your pressure goes higher when you're so big and on steroids and stuff, you know?
I'm a strong believer. I'm not like, yo, bro, if you're not competing at that level, don't take it, man. There's no point.
That's why I said it would be something to consider, especially not until I'm like in my 30s. Because like men don't stop growing until they're 28. You know?
Okay.
So that's, I don't know. It's something for down the line considerably, but as of right now, no. I wanna just achieve my pro card naturally first.
Okay, back to that question I asked you earlier. What advice would you give someone that wants to follow in your footsteps?
Everything happens for a reason, man. Everything. Nothing's impossible. Absolutely nothing. You know? That's what I would want to tell anyone that thinks that they're a firm disbeliever. You know? Trying to follow in the footsteps, saying like, oh, it's not happening now. It doesn't happen now. You know?
Did you make any connections during the summer shredding competition?
Yeah. I made quite a few connections. I got a couple of guys down at Alpha Land in Houston. Definitely I don't know. Connections connections is a big word, really. I more see a lot of these people as like acquaintances and friends more than just connections, because labeling most of them as just connections, or, you know, I like to actually like connect with the people rather than just see them as like another person that I can level up from.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
So, yeah, the summer shredding one, there was a lot of people, especially with status. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Nippard is doing that show as well.
Okay.
This upcoming one. I was talking to him for a little while up here. So,
you want it? I'll take it out. Right? I'm gonna ask you a question. How do you feel about, this is not in these questions, but like I said, I'll take it out. How do you feel when it comes to the science-based lifting? Where do you stand when it comes to the science-based lifting? Or just banging out reps and just pushing reps and just going hard?
Both work.
Yeah.
Both work.
Yeah.
But I feel like naturally, doing it more scientifically would be more beneficial.
Were you around when it got pretty intense?
Yeah.
Were you around?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was...
you want to give your opinion on the whole situation?
Wait, which situation are you talking about?
With
Mike?
Mike and...
Mike and him?
Yeah.
I honestly, I don't know if I don't know if it was for views or not. But I feel like...
Bro, they charged Mike, bro.
They did fully?
He got arrested for that shit, like full on.
Okay, so deadass wasn't for no views.
Nah, bro, that was deadass for real.
That's a big thing that people were thinking about. They were like, oh, they just did that in front of the camera for like some views, you know?
Welcome to Beatdown Music, where your sound meets excellence. We specialize in top-tier music production, from custom beats and mixing to mastering and full project development. Whether you're an artist ready to drop your next hit, a podcaster looking for the perfect theme, or a brand in need of a signature sound, we've got you covered. At Beatdown Music, it's not just about making music. It's about creating moments, building vibes, and bringing your vision to life. Let's work. Let's build. Let's make something unforgettable. Beatdown Music. You know what it is.
Yo, this fucking science-based shit is getting kind of,
Heated, man. It's just opinions, man. Like it's
Literally.
it's not that serious, but yeah, no, I think both work. Honestly, if you're in the gym and you're just there and you're banging out reps and you're doing something, you're doing something in your benefit.
Yeah.
But if you're taking it like extremely serious, especially as a natural bodybuilder,
yeah,
the science-based stuff could definitely be more beneficial for you.
yeah,
If you're like on the dark side of the things, like pumping juice,
yeah.
you could be just banging out reps and working really, really hard, and it could work too.
Do you watch
I
other
don't know.
influencers and try their different styles?
No, I just stick to mine, man.
Yeah.
I always just listen to my body.
Yeah.
Listening to my body is the best thing that you can do, because something that Bumpstead does might not work for me. Something that Nipper does might not do something for me. Something that my buddy does might not work for me. You know, always just listening to your body. But, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I sometimes I'll try like little different shit. Like they both have good workout what would you just say?
Regimens?
Yeah, both good workout regimens. Like for instance, what I like about Mike is he's not into the heavy lifting. He's more into the
Controlled.
form. Yeah, control, form, stretch. And I've seen a difference. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The science base, I feel it showed me certain machines that I was like wasting my time on.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he knows the angles. You know what I mean? So I take both and kind of incorporate it in one, because at the end of the day, bro, longevity, right?
Yeah. And it, honestly, if you're doing something, you're doing something, either regardless. So, yeah.
Your first collaboration on social media, do you remember it?
That was IFBB. Yeah, that was Kathleen.
Okay.
That was she's based out of the Philippines, and that was the one that I was training in return of like doing videos and stuff. And yeah, she's super nice. She does mainly like cooking and food stuff, meal prep stuff.
Okay.
She's really big in the Philippines, man. She was asking me to come with her because like I'm a bigger guy that would be willing to go as like not protection, but like as just someone to be there in case someone like does anything to her. Because she was hopping off the plane and like people were like constantly asking for photos, because that's just the way that the Philippines are, you know. Not a lot of people make it out of the Philippines like that, especially through social media. So when she goes back there, it's like serious, man. So
how do you decide if your brand fits? How do you decide if a brand fits your personal image and values? And have you ever turned down an opportunity to work with a brand?
Have I ever turned down an opportunity to work with a brand? Not very many.
Yeah.
Not very many. Just because like I'm still growing. I think any exposure is the best. This podcast in specific, like actually is inviting to me, because it's literally say less and do more. Because I don't really talk much about how I'm doing things. That's why I'll stick it to something specific like this, because it's a podcast style based on that topic, you know? But I've only turned down like one or two opportunities just because I didn't like their values and their way of running business.
Oh, okay.
Because their ways of running business just sometimes aren't aren't my way of doing things, you know?
Yeah, morals, you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Straight
okay.
morals.
What is your creative process when producing content? Yeah, I was gonna ask. It's a two-part question. What is your creative process when you're producing content, and when you're producing content for a collaboration? But let's start when you're producing your own content. Like, what is your creative process like?
My creative process, like how I do it.
Yeah, like are you like on the fly guy? Like, oh shit, look at this. I'm gonna take a picture. Like, post it right now. Or
definitely on the fly.
Okay.
But if I'm doing the more informational stuff, I have to sit down, set up the camera, and think about what I'm talking about. So I will know what I want to talk about, but I won't exactly know how to elaborate that.
Yeah.
So I'll break it down and write it down on points of exactly the points that I want to hit in this video.
Yeah.
Like for the foam rolling, I was like, okay.
Yeah. How did the foam? Why foam rolling and not
honestly
bench pressing?
Because earlier that morning, I was at the gym, and someone asked me about it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, someone's interested. Let me do a video on that." And then, like, I just write down on a piece of paper on my whiteboard right behind me the key points that I want to hit quickly in that video: blood flow, increase of muscle strength and muscle growth, yada yada, and then boom, just like that. I'll basically go based off of something that I had spoken to someone about already earlier that day, or something that someone had talked to me about a couple of days prior. And I'll remember, oh, this guy was interested in this. Maybe other people might be, you know? And then those are the videos that might actually pop off. Because if someone's interested, there's got to be more than one person, you know? So.
Any brands that you're interested in working with that really stick out to you? Give me 3 brands that you're like, okay, yo. Honestly,
like I was saying Young LA for a while, but like, I feel like that company is getting so saturated now, and it's getting very like, I don't know.
Yo, it's so funny you say that. But yeah, continue. Yeah, it is, buddy.
It's getting so saturated, and like even.
But shout out Young LA, they're doing their thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and even Gymshark, it seems like they kind of give ambassadorships and sponsorships to like anyone now. You know, I'd want to definitely like start from the bottom with someone, you know, and see it grow from the bottom, because then you'll see the full process rather than, again, really just collecting a paycheck from someone else by them using your face, you know. My buddy owns a brand called Vivacity. It's clothing, and they're bringing in some stuff through Alibaba through China and stuff. It just takes so long for clothing to get here. And then I promote some of that stuff too. I don't know. There's none really in specific that I would like. Like, I mean, Rain Energy is pretty cool. I like their stuff that they put out, especially their energy, like their 0-calorie energy drinks, or like their 0 sugar ones. Those are amazing. I've talked to them a few times at the bodybuilding shows, but I don't know. It's tough, man. It's hard to get like the eyes on you to get that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I'm gonna go back because I asked you the first part of the question about producing content for yourself, but what about your creative process when it's a collaboration?
When it's a collaboration, if I'm gonna be honest, like I can't think quickly of like what to do on the fly with those. So I'll talk to ChatGPT and do like extreme deep research on the person's social media.
Okay.
And then I'll be like, okay, give me like the quickest points that like that their audience will grasp, and it will collaborate well with my audience. So if you ask ChatGPT to do deep research and you don't like that answer, you can be like, no, I don't like that answer. Give me something different, and then it'll pop up something else until you hit a dinger. And then you're like, okay, yeah, I'll do that. You know.
We're coming to the end of the show.
Yep.
I got a couple more questions to ask you. Not too much, but some real deep questions. And one of the questions is, what is the biggest lesson you have learned during this journey you are taking? Biggest lesson that I've learned? Every day you wake up thinking about this. Like, money doesn't grow on trees.
Like, that's a big one.
Hey,
it's like, bro, there's some risks that I took, man, where like I blew out so much money to the point where I'm like like this has to work, and then it doesn't.
Yeah.
And that was a big lesson. Definitely finances.
Yeah.
That was a big one.
Yeah. I'm gonna pick your brain on that. I've had this conversation with other guests on this show. I wonder how you feel about it. You said you spend so much finances on your craft, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you agree with me that, bro, when you're pushing your brand, like the ones that really make it is the ones that are kind of like borderline obsessed? Like, I'm not saying to do this.
Obsession beats talent, man.
Yeah, because like I'm not saying to do this, but you've heard those stories where certain celebrities end up sleeping in their car?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right? I'm not.
I was gonna do that, like
because they're like, you know what?
ago.
Fuck it, I need to buy this camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fuck this, because this once I get this camera, this shit will change the game. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
100%, man.
do you believe?
Yeah, I believe in that.
Yeah.
100%. I was like, when I went to Houston for that second show I did, I was so mesmerized at the gym at how many like people and opportunities there were at that gym. I was really debating on like driving my beat up car down there to sleep in it, just so that I could make it out in Houston at that gym, you know? And I fully believe in that because like some people aren't willing to do that.
Yeah.
You know, I've been told by quite a few people before. First it was you're too lazy, and then it turned into you're too obsessed. Yeah. And I was like,
bro, you can't please.
I'm not gonna please you no more. You know, like if I'm too obsessed, I'm too obsessed. At least if I'm too obsessed and it works, I was too obsessed and it worked.
Do you ever talk to somebody and can feel their energy? They're like, hey, yo, this guy's serious about his shit.
Yeah.
That's how I felt about you.
Yeah.
Right off the bat. From talking to you, I was like, okay, this guy already. And just, you know, the way you tapped in, you must have made like 1,000 appointments, but we got it right, you know?
No, but like I was sorry about that.
No, but it's all good.
My hotel was tweaking. I was on the phone with them. I'm like, man, can you not let me come at 3:00? I'm still paying you guys.
To tell this guy, yo, bro, enjoy your birthday. We're gonna be here, man. Like, you know. But I appreciate that. Like, it showed. Like, it says a lot. Like,
because like you also booked the time to see me, right? I didn't want to like just outright cancel. And I was like, bro, like I really want to come here, you know, but.
A lot of people are not doing the podcast on their birthday weekend, bro. Yeah. So I respect. I really appreciate that. What do you want your legacy to be, and what do you want people to? Sorry, let me reword that again. What do you want your legacy to be?
My legacy to be? That's to be determined. Really, anything can happen in life. So the legacy could be. Like anything in the future, it's just I can't pinpoint it right now.
What do you want people to remember you by, you know? Like,
remember me by? That's actually I've never had anyone ask me that question.
You want them to remember you as a depressing guy, sad guy?
Oh, okay. Well, you know, honestly, exactly the way that you described me. That I was like, I'm about my stuff.
Passionate,
you know? I'm passionate, serious, and easy to talk to.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
outgoing and happy. You know, like exactly an example. I got after my car accident. I got out and I sort of just laughed. I was like, I'm alive. You know, happy guy. That's what I want to be sort of remembered as. Not some arrogant guy out in the gym, not talking to nobody, very outgoing.
Yeah, I'm smiling because I'm just remembering, like, yeah, you got in a car accident. This guy was dancing outside the car, bro.
I have a picture like this in front of us.
Why would it be like this?
Well, when I first got out of the car, I was like, holy fuck. And then,
but you're okay though. Okay. That's the most important thing, like, you know. Yeah. Final question. What is one thing people need to say less and do more?
One thing that people need to say less and do more of. Stop saying things before things actually happen.
Yeah. Because
when you say something and then it doesn't happen, it's not good looks on you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you jinx yourself too.
Jinx yourself. Huh?
Don't jinx yourself.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, it was nice.
Yeah, it was.
The pleasure was all mine. It was nice having you on here, brother. It was very nice. Yeah. And I wish you success. And like I said, stay persistent, stay consistent, keep going, man. You know? You'll see that light at the end of the tunnel, man. Like I'm watching your social media grow like rapid. Just keep it up, bro. Like,
thank you.
I love how you tap in with your audience and like, yo, what do you guys want to hear more of? You know,
the biggest thing that was the turnaround, and I'm not anywhere big yet at all. Like I'm still growing. I'm still kind of small out there, but you have to speak to your audience.
Yeah.
If you don't speak and you're just doing these edit videos of yourself, no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
They're just like, oh, it's another guy just doing edits.
Bro, think about all the people that follow you in the room.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people, bro.
Yeah.
That are really interested in what you're doing. There's not no bots, no fucking, but you know what I'm saying? Like these people are like, yo, and remember too, it takes a lot for people to press that follow button, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, bro, like.
It does.
It takes, yo, they have to borderline, like, be in love with you to press that follow button, but.
Most people, for real, because like most people will just want to see the dopamine rush and then just fly by it and never see you again, you know? So if they're actually hitting the button, then you're doing something right, you know?
Keep connecting, brother. Keep connecting. Nice having you, brother.